know, it's interesting. We live in an age when most people want to look their best. And that holds true for both men and women. What it really comes down to is they really don't want to look as old as they actually might be. And this is especially true for women, many of whom are very apprehensive about undergoing plastic surgery. Therefore, it's very refreshing to find a medical skincare clinic that focuses primarily on treating one's natural beauty rather than improving one's skin at any cost. And that's exactly the approach they take here at Park City's Skincare Clinic in Dallas. Again, the approach is improving one's natural beauty, and they have the techniques to do just that.
Most of the people that come in here are concerned with probably one of three things: sun damage, wrinkles, and volume loss. Most patients want to still look like themselves. They just want to feel more confident, more fresh. They want to make themselves look the best they can without totally changing their look. You know, a lot of this anti-aging campaign is bigger and better and doing more, and so some people can get carried away. My practice focuses on just the very natural approach, where we do some things to make the patient feel more confident and more beautiful.
And what is the difference between what you do here and the kind of procedures, for example, that are performed by a plastic surgeon?
Most patients seek dermatologists or non-plastic surgeons when they actually don't want to go under the knife, and many are afraid, or maybe haven't come to that point where they're psychologically ready for it, or do they need it. So the whole anti-aging campaign now is trying to move away from more invasive techniques and saving them for much later in life.
We focus on medical procedures that are results oriented. We do a lot of acne scarring, sun damage, fine lines and wrinkles with lasers. So we like to use a lot of laser procedures to get a nice result. We also use chemical peels. I love educating and helping my clients. It's a gratifying and fun industry to be in. But I get to work with some of the best technology on the market that allows me to address my patients' concerns. Happy is when my clients come back and tell me that you have changed my skin. You know, you took away years of sun damage that I, created when I was younger, and I'm very happy with what we do here as far as making them look more youthful. So there's the vanity side, but we also have the side where we focus on, wrinkles, deep wrinkles, acne scarring that can be devastating to clients.
We do a procedure called a non-surgical facelift, and basically it's just using injectables such as Botox and Juvederm or other filler substances that can create a much more youthful appearance just by using these two or three substances. I think what my clients appreciate about my approach is my artistic ability and technique. What I do is actually look at symmetry of the face and determine where the injections are needed to try to create the most overall natural look. What the European techniques are and what the European doctors promote is mostly prevention and anti-aging. They're not huge proponents of invasive techniques of using facelifts and going under the knife at all. So all of their techniques and all their procedures are mostly injections and anti-aging skin treatments.
Are they effective, in your opinion?
They're very effective. They're very effective. They've been doing them for years and years, and mesotherapy was invented in the 1940s, and they've been using this technique for decades. Fractional CO2 therapy is the latest development in facial rejuvenation. It's a treatment that actually targets acne, scarring, fine lines, wrinkles, and deep lines and wrinkles that promotes collagen synthesis. The great thing about fractional CO2 therapy is it can be done in one treatment with minimal downtime and get great results.
But the CO2 laser treatments are wonderful for acne scarring. It's a pretty deep laser, pretty aggressive laser that goes down and helps that loss of collagen where the scarring exists and helps build that back up over time. So, it's not a one-time treatment. It's going to take several times, but everyone's pretty much happy after the first treatment. We have Luminous. We have the Luminous machines, which is the gold standard in lasers. CO2 resurfacing has been around for 28 years. They've just taken that technology and made it less of a downtime procedure. So you get the effects of the traditional CO2 with faster healing time. The Luminous, the IPL, it's my favorite. It really clears up the reds and browns and skins nicely.
Upon one of my visits, I came in just to get a normal facial and a peel, and I said, you know, look at me, I'm a complete mess, can you please help? You know, she'll come up with suggestions that I never even really heard of. It's just a trusting environment, and every result has been great.
One of the things you do here is the meso lift. What is that?
There's a special device called a microinjection gun that actually delivers a cocktail of vitamins, antioxidants, amino acids, and collagen into the subdermal layer of our skin. And what that does is it just promotes collagen synthesis, elastin synthesis, and tightening of the skin. It helps with tone, brightness, wrinkles, and just overall texture of the skin. And this procedure has been used by the French for years and years, and I actually was fortunate enough to be trained with a French doctor in Paris for the last 4 or 5 years, and I've incorporated that into my practice.
And once it's been done, what does the patient notice?
Less lines, overall benefit as far as texture, tone, and overall brightness of the skin.
I mostly do this treatment that is called mesotherapy. It's a very simple treatment for your face, for your skin. I'm not too sure what's inside it. I prefer not to ask. But it's something very simple, something very easy. I use no products. I'm always traveling, and I find it very difficult having to travel with all these tiny little bottles that now you can take on your plane. So it turns out that I just basically do very little, and doing mesotherapy once a month when I'm in Dallas helps me sort of get everything I'm supposed to do in just half an hour per month. So I sort of get everything in once, and I let Benita do it for me.
The 2 procedures that we do offer here, CO2 resurfacing and IPL, which is photofacial, 2 different procedures. One does address discoloration, fine lines and wrinkles, and the other one, photofacial, just addresses pigment and reds in skin. We can address sun damage, we can address fine lines and wrinkles, but we also can address unwanted hair, which is a big issue for men and women. We have the new technology, the Luminous Light Shear Duet, which allows us to treat patients with more comfort. Laser hair removal used to hurt a long time ago, but with this new technology, it uses vacuum-assisted suction, which makes it more comfortable for the client. No messing numbing creams, gels, and my patients are really happy.
I keep coming back because they're always honest with me here, and I don't do tons of procedures, but the things that I do I think are very effective, and they always have something new, like the mesotherapy, that I want to try and see what it can do.
And can your treatments, doctor, be as effective when they're not invasive?
Prevention is key, and starting early is key. You can be as effective if you start early, and it depends on how much damage you had.
Would you say this is the long-sought answer to the fountain of youth?
I'm a firm believer. I really am a firm believer. I'm a firm believer also in overall health of taking care of your skin and yourself inside and out, as far as diet, exercise, and so forth. Just starting to use sunscreen in your 20s, that's the beginning of prevention. Some proponents of anti-aging medicine say at the first signs of wrinkles or sun damage to go ahead and treat it. So all these treatments that we do, such as Botox and photofacials for correcting these lines and wrinkles and sun damage, can be done as early as in the 30s. But it's never too late to start.